I'm going to be talking with you about the disease of addiction, specifically heroin addiction. I will do this in 3 points. First, I will talk about the drug itself, the effects of the drug on the body, and then lastly, I will talk about the effects it has on the country. Before I go into details, I would like to say that the information I have is from both studies and personal experience, not as the addict himself, but from personal experience. Also, I'd like to state that I believe in the positive benefits of all drugs and medicines as long as it's used correctly and in the right manner, in the right setting. So let's begin with the drug itself. From current studies, 1.2 million Americans use heroin every single year. And of these 1.2 million Americans who use it, 600,000 suffer from a drug addiction. I found this on addictionhope.com. This is just the people who are addicted to the drug. If you take into account family members and friends, you have to double and triple the number just to get an idea of how many people it does truly affect. Heroin is synthesized from morphine, which is a natural occurring substance found in the pod of the poppy plant, located in Asia. Heroin is usually found as a white or brown powder, and it can also be found as a black tarry substance known as black tar heroin. It can be snorted, smoked, or injected, and all these ways reach the brain in a rapid manner. Once ingested, users report to feeling a euphoric rush accompanied by dry mouth, a warm flushingness of the skin, heaviness of the extremities, and clouded mental functioning. Following this initial euphoria, users go on the nod, which is a kind of in and out kind of state. They kind of look and come in and out of reality. You can talk to them, and they probably won't remember what's going on. They might, but like I said, it's an in and out of the reality is really what it is. Users who do not inject the drug may not experience this initial rush, but all the other effects remain the same. And I got that from drugabuse.gov as well. Heroin is an extremely expensive drug, and on average, addicts will spend anywhere from $150 to $200 a day to feed their addiction. Now that you have some details on the drug itself, let's talk about the effects of the drug on the body. It's estimated that about 23% of all individuals who use heroin become dependent upon it, and I got that from drugabuse.gov as well. The reason that this number is so high is because the sense of euphoria that heroin brings. This euphoric state is caused by the suppression of the chemical GABA, which blocks the release of dopamine, a pleasure chemical located in the brain. The initial rush or the nods last normally a few minutes, and after that, long-time users are already looking for another way to get the drug, another way to get that high. After the initial rush, a lackadaisical state and just kind of up a high kind of state, a lower high kind of state, will last anywhere from a couple of hours to 45 minutes, 30 minutes, just depending on the use and how long the occupant has used the drug. There are many effects of heroin, ranging from how long someone has used it and how much they've used. Some of the short-term effects, though, are reduced pain, heaviness feeling in the extremities, flushiness of the skin, and then lethargia, just a tiredness. Some more effects are confusion, severe itchiness, slowed respiration, and also slowed heart rate, which also lead to death. The slowed heart rate and the slowed respiration, depending on how much they use. That can lead to the overdose. The high from heroin will decrease with its continued use, and the user becomes increasingly tolerant of the drug. The onset of tolerance frequently promotes ingestion of higher and higher amounts, which can easily result in the overdose of the drug. And I got that from drugabuse.gov as well. Some of the largest risks of long-term heroin use are potential for irreversible impact to the liver or kidneys from damage of infectious diseases. Also, the brain can be adversely affected due to lack of oxygen. Damage of the gums, teeth, brain, skin, vision, all of this is effects of long-term use of heroin. And a lot of people you'll see could go from a good-looking girl, a good-looking man, a woman I should say, to someone who just is broken down and then is deteriorating and looks nothing like themselves. That is a big indicator of a use of heroin or any really hardcore drug. But if heroin long use really will affect the skin, eyes, gums, hair, face, all that jazz. Additionally, someone addicted to heroin will likely experience numerous personal consequences, such as loss of relationships, loss of family, money issues, school unemployment, and a lot of illegal penalties. And I got that from personal experience and along as drugfreeworld.org. So finally, let's finish with how this is affecting the country a little bit. Currently, America is amidst a nationwide opioid epidemic, and a lot of people don't get it, but it is affecting the whole country. Most northern states are being affected by this, but southern states are being affected, and just all over the world. Heroin is really taking a drastic increase, and it's climbing, year by year. Since 1999, the number of deaths caused by overdose on either prescription opioid pills or heroin has quadrupled. And in 2014 alone, 28,000 people died from opioid pill overdose, or from opioid overdose in general. And half of them were caused from heroin. Heroin has seen a drastic climb in the numbers of deaths each year, and from 2010 to 2014, it has more than doubled, going from 3,800, around 4,000, to over 10,000 deaths a year. Over 10,000 deaths a year. It's more than doubled in under 4 years. And from 2000, or from 1995 to around 2008 and 2007, it kind of varied in and out, but it's taken a drastic climb, and it's continuing to climb rapidly. Some of the states that are at the head of the attack, taking the bulk of the attack, are going to be Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Ohio, and North Dakota. Nevada is one as well, and the whole country is being affected, but these states are really getting the bulk of the attack. And I got that from Life Science. This upward trend of the use of this drug has come as a wake-up call to all Americans. Americans are really being woken up because they didn't realize that this is not just happening in poverty-stricken areas. This is happening in high-income areas. This is happening to everyone. It doesn't matter race, religion. It doesn't discriminate, and that's the thing that people are getting woken up to and starting to understand. The U.S. government is taking strict procedures and actions on people who are involved with heroin, and they have for some time. They continue to try to put people behind bars, which is good. Incarceration is not the way, though, I believe. I understand if you're a main seller of it, but people are trying to, it's not the way to do it. But anyways, the U.S. government is taking strict procedures when it comes to dealing with heroin, and rarely gives exceptions to people who are found to be involved with it. Jail time is almost guaranteed unless you are on the lower end of the black market, and you can offer up either someone else or offer them some type of information. You're going to go to jail, and you're going to serve jail time, and not just a little bit amount. So, in conclusion, I've informed you on the heroin addiction, the disease of heroin addiction, by talking about the drug itself, the effects on the body, and how it is affecting our country today. Now that you know a little bit more about this disease, I hope that you can take this knowledge and spread awareness to everyone around. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you got some knowledge from this. Thank you.